Get ready for a knockout week in the world of combat sports. We've got UFC legends training the FBI, massive fights hitting your screens, and some of the biggest names in MMA making shock returns. Plus, a top contender is calling out a rival who just turned down a major fight. First up, the FBI is calling in the heavy hitters. UFC stars like Justin Gaethje, Jorge Masvidal, and Chris Weidman are heading to Quantico to train FBI agents in an unprecedented partnership aimed at enhancing law enforcement's defense techniques. This is a historic crossover you have to see to believe. Then, we're breaking down UFC 327, a massive event hitting Miami, but with a twist. While some fights will air on CBS, the main event and title fights are exclusive to Paramount+. We'll tell you exactly which clashes you can catch and which you'll miss if you're not subscribed. And the drama doesn't stop there. Ronda Rousey and Francis Ngannou are making their MMA comebacks on the same night as a huge UFC Vegas 117 main event. Plus, Loner Kavanagh is calling out Brandon Royval after he allegedly turned down a fight offer. You do not want to miss this. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss a single second.
Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
UFC fighters gear up to train the FBI in historic partnership. In a move that blurs the lines between the octagon and law enforcement, some of the UFC's toughest athletes are set to train FBI agents. This groundbreaking collaboration, initiated by FBI Director Kash Patel, will see mixed martial artists like Justin Gaethje, Jorge Masvidal, and Chris Weidman descend upon the FBI Special Agent Academy in Quantico, Virginia. Scheduled for March 14th and 15th, this seminar is more than just a friendly sparring session. The goal is to impart elite combat and defense techniques to the FBI's finest, enhancing their preparedness to protect the American people. UFC CEO Dana White expressed immense pride, stating that their fighters are some of the baddest men and women on the planet and are ready to train the best FBI agents in mixed martial arts. This partnership promises to be a unique blend of athletic prowess and tactical training, highlighting the transferable skills from the world of professional fighting to critical law enforcement duties. Fans and analysts are buzzing about this unprecedented alliance, with many hailing it as a brilliant strategic move for both organizations. The public reaction is largely one of intrigue and support for enhancing the capabilities of law enforcement through unconventional means. This is just the beginning of our action-packed rundown, so stick around. Next, we're diving into how you can catch UFC 327, but be warned, not all the action will be broadcast. UFC 327 hits Miami with a streaming twist, what you'll see and what you'll miss. Get ready for UFC 327, officially set for April 11, 2026, at the Cassia Center in Miami, Florida. While the Sunshine State will host an exciting night of fights, the broadcast strategy is creating a stir. The entire event will stream exclusively on Paramount+, with select bouts making their way to CBS. However, fight fans need to be aware that not all the marquee matchups will be available on traditional television. The highly anticipated main event title fight between Jiří Procházka and Carlos Ulberg, along with the flyweight championship bout featuring Joshua Van defending against Tatsuro Taira, will be behind the Paramount+ paywall. This means fans without a subscription will miss out on some of the biggest title implications of the night. While CBS has aired select UFC fights in the past, the current strategy for UFC 327 emphasizes a digital-first approach for the most crucial fights, leaving many wondering about the future of broadcast deals. The news has sparked discussions among fans, with many expressing frustration over paywalling main events, while others acknowledge the evolving landscape of sports broadcasting. Analysts are weighing in on the impact of streaming exclusivity on viewership numbers and fan accessibility for major sporting events. But the fight card drama doesn't end there. Prepare for a seismic clash of comebacks as we reveal which major MMA stars are returning to the cage. Ronda Rousey and Francis Ngannou's returns to coincide with UFC Vegas 117 main event. In a move set to dominate the combat sports headlines, UFC Hall of Famer Ronda Rousey is slated to make her highly anticipated MMA return on May 16th, a date that also marks the comeback of former UFC heavyweight champion Francis Ngannou. Their respective fights are scheduled to directly compete with a major UFC event, UFC Vegas 117, which will feature a featherweight showdown between top 10 contender Arnold Allen and the surging Melquizael Costa. This scheduling decision comes just after Rousey publicly criticized the UFC's business practices during a press conference for her fight against Gina Carano. Her return after a nearly decade-long hiatus, following consecutive losses to Holly Holm and Amanda Nunes, has generated immense buzz. Similarly, Ngannou's first MMA bout since leaving the UFC, where he will face Philippe Lins, adds another significant draw to the May 16th fight card. Meanwhile, UFC Vegas 117 at the Apex will feature Arnold Allen looking to rebound from recent losses against the Red-Hot Costa, who boasts a 6-fight win streak, including a TKO over Dan Ige. The MMA community is abuzz with the implications of these competing events. Fans are debating the strategic choices behind the scheduling, with many anticipating a massive viewership battle. The decision to pit these high-profile returns against a UFC-promoted event is seen by many as a direct challenge and a testament to the star power of Rousey and Ngannou outside the UFC banner. But the matchmaking drama continues. We're uncovering claims that a top flyweight contender turned down a significant fight offer, and he's calling out his rival. Loner Kavanagh calls out Brandon Royval after alleged fight offer rejection. Fresh off a significant victory over Brandon Moreno at UFC Fight Night 268, Loner Kavanagh claims he was offered a fight against top flyweight contender Brandon Royval for UFC Fight Night in Macau on May 30th, but Royval allegedly turned it down. Kavanagh expressed his disappointment and directly called out Royval, urging him to reconsider. Kavanagh, who secured a unanimous decision win in Mexico City, stated that his team informed him of the offer for the Macau event. He was eager to accept the fight, seeing it as a logical step to face a higher-ranked opponent and prove himself against the best. "I want to fight the best to be the best," Kavanagh told MMA Junkie, emphasizing his desire for challenging matchups. Royval, currently ranked number 4 in the flyweight division, is coming off recent losses to Manel Kape and Joshua Van. With UFC flyweight champion Joshua Van set to defend his title against Tatsuro Otera at UFC 327, Kavanagh believes Royval is one of the few available opponents above him in the rankings, making the potential matchup strategically important for his career ascent. Kavanagh's public call-out has ignited debate among fans about Royval's decision and the dynamics of matchmaking in the flyweight division. Analysts are discussing the potential impact of this rejection on Kavanagh's momentum and Royval's standing, with many hoping the fight will still be booked due to the compelling stylistic matchup it presents. That's all the breaking news for now, but stick around for our lightning round recap and a massive call to action. That's a wrap on another explosive week of combat sports news. We saw UFC stars training the FBI, a unique broadcast plan for UFC 327, major MMA comebacks from Ronda Rousey and Francis Ngannou, and a thrilling call-out from Loner Kavanagh to Brandon Royval. Don't miss out on any of the action. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell for all our updates, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Follow us on all social media platforms to stay connected. We'll see you next time.